card I'm going to be using this Paper Mania Signature linen paper pack, and it really is paper. It's not like the usual fairly thick cardstock that you get in normal sort of paper packs. So if you were to use any of these papers as a kind of three-dimensional top of your card, you would have to back it with cardstock. But the papers are really beautiful and traditional, so I think it's worth it. So anyway, I'm going to crack on with the card. For this, I've already pre-cut some papers. This one is going to just sit on the front of the cardstock just as is, and these two are going to also sit on the front, but have some kind of cut out of it in a corner shape. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this one down. And when you adhere anything to a base card that's going to cover the entire front of the card, what you want to do is line it up with the fold in the cardstock rather than lining it up with the side or the bottom. This means that if you happen to have cut the bit of pattern paper that you're sticking on top of the base card slightly incorrectly, you can correct it by trimming off any of the sides. If you had lined it up with the bottom here, you may have like a white line of the base card showing through, but doing it this way ensures that you don't. And as you can see here, all I need to do is just trim off that edge, and no one would ever know that I kind of cut it slightly the wrong shape. Okay, so next what I want to do is just create a cutout of this pattern paper here. So to do that, what I'm going to do is just literally freehand draw a line on the paper. You could use a dinner plate or something to draw around if you wish, but I think actually just hand drawing it freestyle works really well for me. Then I'm just going to trim that out along that pencil line. Next, what I want to do is create another one of these, but slightly smaller, so sort of this size. And for this I don't need to freehand this, I can just copy this pattern that I've already drawn here, which will mimic it perfectly then. Okay, next thing I want to do is I'm using this pearlescent cardstock, it's just normal cream cardstock with a kind of pearlescent finish, and I'm just going to punch out a load of circles. I'm not sure what size these circles are. Let's have a look. Perhaps 5/8 of an inch, something like that. And I'm going to use these to make a scalloped edge on the card. Okay, first of all I just need to put some adhesive along the very edge of this red pattern paper curve. And then I can just line these up on there. And stick them down to the adhesive. So now we can adhere that down to the card itself. I'm going to make sure I get lots of adhesive on these scallop circles so that I know they're not going to come off. And then I can adhere this piece down to the base card itself. And again, I'm going to make sure this edge is in line where I want it at the top of the card, because I can trim off any excess that I'm not happy with from the sides and the bottom if needs be. Okay, next I want to put my message on the card, and it's just going to say Joy to All in this corner. And that's going to be a mixture of handwriting and these American Craft stickers. I really like these. I don't know if you can see, but they are super, super glittery. So they're going to be perfect for a Christmas card. I'm starting off with the Y so that I know I can set these up in exactly the right place. So if I started off with a J here, I'd find the Y fell off the edge of the card. So that's why I'm starting on the very edge of the card and working this way. And then I know just how much space I've got to play with. I'm also not pressing these down at all. They are literally just placed on the paper so that I can keep moving them around until I'm happy with their placement. Okay, so I've just sketched out the handwriting there in pencil, and then I can just go over it in my white gel pen, and I know that it's exactly where I want it to be. Okay, and just to finish up, and just to emphasize this kind of change in pattern here, I'm just going to do a dash line. And also, just to mimic these curves that I've already put in, I'm going to corner chomp this top left hand corner using my We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper, and that's on the 1/2 inch setting. And some more faux stitching. Okay, and there it is. It's a really, really simple card. I don't think it'd be appropriate for making lots of these cards, simply because there's quite a lot of faux stitching, and cutting out the papers, you know, can take quite a bit of time. But it's great, it's just a one-off card, you know, to give to family members or close friends. So I hope you enjoyed the card, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!